Hi and welcome to another edition of Top Tips Tuesday. Jeff here from GCD Property. So this week we're looking at the 4 tips how to reduce your risk when investing in property. And these are really important, especially if it's your first time in looking into property investment. Number 1, invest in a growth location. So we're looking at areas where the population is moving to. So over the last 2.5 years, there's been a lot of internal migration shift around Australia, so it's really important to be aware. Don't always necessarily invest in your local area if that area is not growing. So we're looking where the population is migrating to. We're looking at where government infrastructure is being spent, new schools, public transport, etc., where private enterprises coming to the area and building in shops and retail, factories, etc., which will drive employment. Where you've got more population coming in, that'll drive the demand for tenants and rental income as well will go up on the longer term. So very important to be aware of that population, those figures and statistics. Number 2 is appoint a great property manager. Property manager is very important when you've got investment property. So a good property manager that understands how it all works and is not managing too many properties per property manager. The ratio is really important. So I'd always see if you can take advice from someone that's got using a property manager, can recommend a property manager, because they can really empower your journey into property investment. A very knowledgeable property manager can add a lot of value to your portfolio. Number 3 is use recommended professionals. So when you're getting into property investment, it's just like starting a business, you need advice from successful advisors and professionals. So number 1, a property expert that knows the area, can give you the cash flows, vacancy rates, all that data that you need to know to understand to make that decision. You need a great finance person that can understand how to finance the investment property, especially if you're looking to build your property portfolio. It's not just the first purchase. The way they set up the structure of the loan is very important. You also need a great property manager, as I explained, very important. You need a great solicitor as well. So build a team around you, and if your goal is to build your property portfolio, that'll give you a lot of confidence. You'll be able to take that team from one property to the next property and give you a lot of confidence. Number 4, only take advice from successful property investors. So we've all been to the barbecues and I've heard many stories over my 30 years of property investment of people saying, oh, don't buy an investment property, or the tenant's going to wreck the property, or they've heard a story. I've had many investment properties over the years in New Zealand and now Australia, and the reality is most tenants, especially in this current economic climate where getting a rental property is very hard, are doing the right thing, and you get good quality tenants. So take advice from those that have built up a property investment portfolio over the longer term, and they know that it's that long-term growth. And sure, there'll be little hiccups along the way, but the long-term outcome, the capital growth, and as the income increases, that will only get better and better. So it's that, again, taking advice from successful property investors. So I hope that's really helped. On that topic, we've actually got a live high income co-living investment webinar coming up on Tuesday the 5th of September. That's at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, or 7 p.m. for our fellow Kiwis. So we're going to delve into these high income type properties where we're getting above average rental yields, around about that 6 to 6.5% on average, which is fantastic. So we're going to explain how they work and the areas where these topics that we've talked about today, we're going to cover that as well. So I'd love to see you on board Tuesday the 5th of September at 5 p.m. Thanks, and see you next Tuesday.